All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm in a good mood today, even though I'm not feeling well. But I am in a good mood, and going to talk about this game in about half hour. Because when Amazon does the game, they take forever before they drop the damn puck. So, uh, what can you say? I mean, St. Louis 12 in a row, Helleybuck, and the Jets are just up and down. And these two guys going to meet again. What's up, John? These two teams are going to meet again, and these two goalies are going to meet again. Bennington beat Helleybuck for the gold medal in the Four Nations tournament in overtime. And ever since Bennington won that cup, when he got back to the Blues have just taken off. I think the game Saturday night, and we'll do the Blues Wednesday night in Edmonton. Um, what can you say? I mean, St. Louis, they are playing and peaking at the right time. Now, remember, I was under the weather in 2019. I did watch the Cup final against Boston. A lot of people believe this Blues team reminds a lot of people of the 2019 Stanley Cup champion Blues team. I think Winnipeg, if they play like they've been playing up and down, I think they're going to get their doors blown off tonight by the Blues. The Blues are clicking on all cylinders right now, folks. And that's the way you're supposed to be playing come playoff time. So the Blues, well, I think 4 or 5 games left after Edmonton. Let's take a look at the Blues schedule, shall we? Let's take a look. Let you know who the Blues got left. I got the Rangers behind me, but I'm not paying no attention to because the game started early. The only game I care about is Winnipeg and the Blues tonight. So I put my bets in a few minutes ago. All right, the Blues at Winnipeg, at Edmonton, at Seattle. They only got 4 games left. So, and two of them are tough. I think they'll wipe the ice with the Kraken. I could see St. Louis either going 2-2, 3-1, or 4-0. That's how hot they are. Utah is their last game at home next Tuesday night, but this week they're on the road, and I won't be doing the Seattle game, John. I'm sorry. I like the Blues run, but I'm not going to do the Seattle game Saturday night. So let's get ready for a good one in Manitoba tonight. And to me, this is a much bigger game for the Jets than there's the Blues. The Blues have answered and checked all the boxes. Winnipeg, we're going to be there Thursday night against Dallas. Let's cross our fingers because I got some issues going on with me right now. Let's cross our fingers, but those are the games right there. So St. Louis, Winnipeg tonight will be with them Wednesday night in Edmonton. Word is McDavid. I keep saying this, but they need McDavid out there, and they know it. And then at Seattle over the weekend, and then they get 3 more days off, and they play Utah. So the Blues are in great shape. Great shape for the St. Louis Blues right now. So Blues could clinch tonight, regulation win, and Flames lost in regulation. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, John. This Blues team is good, man. I've been watching them the last couple of weeks and really looked at them closely this past week, and I was very impressed. Very young team too. Um, Coach is excellent. GM is excellent. What's up with the women in the stands? I was telling this to Moss the other night doing the shimmy and raise the roof. Blue fans are having fun in St. Louis. I'll tell you that right now. So good for the Blues and their fan base, outstanding fan base. And they're having fun right now in St. Louis. You know. All right, I'm going to talk about this. Switching to baseball real quick. Vlad Guerrero getting 500 mil for 14 years. I'll tell you right now, Ross Atkins, Mark Shapiro, the capologist, the accountant, they're all laughing all the way to the bank right now. See, when you are a free agent, you're supposed to get uh, mucho money as a raise, not basically giving the team a hometown discount. Guerrero's making 28 this year. For the next 14 years, he's only going to be making 35. Now, I'm going to tell you what went wrong. I believe Jorge Sousa is his agent. These Dominican players, they really feel more comfortable with their own. And they kept looking at the number 500. That's all they kept looking at. And I'm pretty sure the Blue Jays wasn't going to pay him $50 million a year for 10 years. So basically, what happened was their people, which is the accountant and the capologist, they said, bro, if you add extra years, you'll save $180 million. Well, that's exactly what they did. I tell you, I was watching one of those Blue Jay podcasts today, and those guys were laughing. And I don't blame them, bro. I mean, if I'm a Blue Jay fan, I'll be laughing my ass off too. You basically only gave this idiot a measly $7 million raise, and now you will have no choice, Toronto, but start looking at next year's free agents right now because you're gonna have so much money saved up and money coming off the books that you basically, until you build up that sorry ass farm system that you have, um, you're gonna have a lot of issues moving forward. But one good thing is you can buy players. That's not a problem in baseball. You put the money up. And Guerrero took the money. Guerrero said, oh, it's 500? Okay, I'm going to sign. No matter what, it's 500. Well, Vladdy should have read the fine print. You only got a little bit of a raise. Tell you what I mean. Juan Soto last year made 22.8. Now he's making 55. That's the way you're supposed to get paid when you are a young superstar like Soto and Guerrero, not getting added $7 million a year. Are you effing kidding me, bro? So basically, in the 14-year deal, right? Vlad Guerrero Jr. Let me see, 14, 140 is. Make sure I got my math right. All right, 7 times 14 is 7 times 12 is 84. You basically, it's only going to gain. The only thing the Blue Jays are going to lose out of this deal this morning is $98 million. So what? So what? I know there are big time agents like Scott Boras shaking their head this morning, saying, "What the hell?" That is called shortchanging yourself. And that's what Vlad Guerrero Jr. did last night by signing that deal. And if you're the Blue Jays, you are laughing all the way to the bank, bro. And if I'm a Blue Jay fan, remember Bugs Bunny used to say, "What a moron, what a maroon." That's Vlad Guerrero tonight. Wow. So shout out to Ross Atkins who took a lot of heat. He's laughing all the way to the bank. Mark Shapiro, he's laughing his ass off. The Rogers family, they're going, whew, we saved nearly $200 million on this idiot. And trust me, the capologists and the accountants are getting raises. And this is what happens when you deal with an idiot and Jorge Sosa, who kept the money at 500. That's all they cared about. They threw in extra years and they saved nearly $180 million. You cannot make this shit up. So, to the Blue Jay organization, front office, congratulations to them. And for that idiot Vlad Guerrero Jr. for just focused on the number 500, let me make sure I got this right. That's Vlad Guerrero Jr. tonight. You can't make this shit up. Can't. And there's smiles all the way around, but trust me, behind closed doors, Atkins, Shapiro, the accountant, and the capologist, they are laughing their ass off. Those two podcasters today, when they said the average a year, they started laughing. They had to hold it in. You are supposed to, idiot, and this is Vlad Guerrero Jr., idiot. You were supposed to take 10 years at 500 million for 10 years, which you have you receiving $50 million a year. Instead, you took the extra 4 years. But I will say this for Vlad. I mean, not for Vlad, for our good buddy, Mark Shapiro. He's very tradable now. Like, let's say, and Shapiro and Atkins, I have no confidence in them building a farm system. So, whoever's the next GM, if Vlad Guerrero plays the way he did last year for 5 straight years, you know damn well he's going to be banging down the door to restructure the contract so you can make more money. No one knows who the next GM is, but there will be a next GM doing this contract. He's going to tell Guerrero, shut the hell up. I wasn't the man who gave you this deal. I'm not giving you a new deal. You play out this deal for the next 10 years. I ain't giving you a damn dime. So what a job by the Blue Jays front office. All right, we're getting ready to go to St. Louis to Winnipeg. Me, John is in here. John Jansen's in here. Again, you hear the idiot bow tie guy from MLB Network going, yeah, he's the third this. Yeah, but he didn't break the bank. He only got a $7 million raise. That's nothing in baseball when you're a superstar player. Absolutely nothing. What a job again let me say this. Atkins and Shapiro all winter long was getting dogged. Tonight, they got the last laugh on the Toronto media. Great for them. And that is why, and again, one of the reasons why they didn't care what the fans thought, because in their minds, the only team the fans think about is the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I said, I don't know, it was Molina, I said to somebody, if the Maple Leafs, let's say they didn't sign them, and the Maple Leafs get to the Cup final, you think anybody going to care about the Blue Jays in that city? Hell no. They're gonna all be partying just to make it to the finals for Maple Leaf fans. So the Blue Jays again, and I congratulate them. Good evening, happy Monday, Miss Molina. Yeah, in a couple of minutes, because I'm ready to do the game. Uh, this is a great job by Shapiro and Atkins. They saved $180 million on him. And like I said, his contract for who he is very movable. So it was a great deal to me for the Blue Jays in the front office. For Guerrero, of course, he's an idiot. Him and Jorge Sousa, that's his agent, they dropped the ball. You should have stuck to your guns and took 10 years for 50 mil, and you would have been right up there with Soto and salary. There you go. It was Soto and salary. All right, let me turn around, John Jansen. Let's go, buddy. Winnipeg and St. Louis. Here we go. All right. NHL Network is doing the St. Louis feed, which means that I'll stick with the St. Louis feed because it's going to be up to snuff. What do I mean by that? I dropped the link so anybody can pull up. What does that mean? That means I'm going to get the game on point with this game tonight. It ain't going to be uh, a game. Oh yeah, the contract is not crazy at all, Melina. The contract is a win for the Blue Jays. This idiot Guerrero loses. He's making Melina. He's making 28 right now. Beginning next year, he's making 34.8.9. He didn't gain anything for him. The Blue Jays stole him. See, that's the homer in you. You got to think deep. And this is why, if I'm a Blue Jay fan, I'm not celebrating. I am laughing at this. This is a joke. You basically got Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the hometown discount. And if I'm Polar Bear right now, that would be Pete Alonso, I would be very upset right now. Because now, beginning next year, Vlad Guerrero is making $5 more million from you. Which means if you fuck up next year, Pete, you're not going to get nowhere near what you're getting right now. And for the Blue Jays again, and their fans, I'll be laughing my ass off right now. Like I said about Bugs Bunny, what a moron, what a maroon. That's Vlad Guerrero Jr. That is Vlad Guerrero Jr. What a joke. I wish my team could pull off a deal like they just did, what the Blue Jays just did. The Blue Jays, don't worry, John, I got the game. It is pouring in Winnipeg right now. Ooh, it's raining in Winnipeg right now. So if you're a homer and you're just glad that Vlad Guerrero signed, then you missed the whole point of what I just said. If you are thinking deep about it, you'll be like those two podcast Blue Jay fans today who not only was celebrating but was laughing their ass off. They couldn't contain themselves. And the moral of this is Vlad Guerrero shortchanged himself. What a effing idiot, folks. What an effing idiot. That would be like in another sport because he's going to be a free agent this year. That's like Mitch Marner signing a 8-year, 8-year, uh, $12 million deal with the Leafs, whereas a team like Carolina or the Rangers is offering him 7 years and 140 million. That's what this like. And if you're a Blue Jay fan, that you're a fanboy, you missed the whole point of all this. If you're a Blue Jay fan that thinks deep, or you're a baseball analyst like Keith Law today, what he said, he basically said what I'm saying now. And this is what happens, and you wonder why Juan Soto always with Scott Boras. You wonder, okay? That's why Pujols fired Jorge Sousa. He fired him because he didn't get the money he really deserved. So the Blue Jays, again, they saved $180 million on this demented idiot, which is Vlad Guerrero Jr. What an idiot. What an idiot. And you right now, if you, like I said, Blue Jay fans, you should be laughing your ass off that you're getting this idiot on the cheap. You're getting this idiot on the cheap. And remember, his contract down the road is very tradable. If he would have been making 50 like he should have, it would be an issue. But at 35, and if Pete Alonso has a big year this year, next, he's going to get 50. He's going to get 50. Okay? So Molina's giddy by Guerrero's side, but she's not looking at the deep part of it. I always look at things deeply. All right, they're going to play they're going to sing the national anthem in Winnipeg in a couple of minutes, and it is. There you go, folks. The St. Louis guys, breaking down this game. It's a hell of a game tonight. I'm glad I'm doing it. Maybe the last game I do for a while. I'll speak on that later tonight. But what a job by the Toronto Blue Jay front office. I mean, right now, matter of fact, if I'm Mark Shapiro, I'm taking the entire front office out to dinner tonight and celebrate. And the Blue Jays will pick up the tab. What a robbery by the Toronto Blue Jays today, last night. What a ripoff. And now, if they want to sign Bo Bichette, they can't. They goddamn got enough money to do it. Or, like I said before, they don't have no prospects. That's what kills them. Jimenez is off to a good start. So, and I'll throw in one more caveat with I'll throw in one more caveat with Ross Atkins and Shapiro. Now they could tell the fans, F you. We gave them the money. We gave them the years and the term. We got them on the cheap. Shut up. And now they can do whatever they want, but they better, the next objective for those two clowns, the 8th pick in the draft. And they have to hit on this 8th pick. They have to hit on it. They have to hit on this pick. And like I said, if you're a Blue Jay fan tonight, you are loving every minute of that contract. Every minute of that deal. Un-effing believable. That's what you call, folks, a front office that knows what they're doing and don't worry about the fans. What a ripoff they did today. What a ripoff. What a great job by the Blue Jay front office. What a tremendous... I cannot say enough about the front office with the Blue Jays. For all the criticism they took, like I told Moss, no excuses now, win the division. Got him signed at a to me, at a very cheap price. All right, the Blues coming out of the locker room in Winnipeg. The light show in Winnipeg as I drop the link. So we're gonna get good action. I'm gonna leave it here on the NHL network. I'll do the Blues feed. I wanted to do Amazon's, but the Blue feed is live. I mean, really live. That's one thing NHL network does very well. So, so I'll talk about the hockey tomorrow night because there's controversy going on in the Atlantic Division. I'll get to that tomorrow because um, Toronto's playing tomorrow, and Toronto's going to find out when they're already in South Florida. I guess they heard the news down there. The Panthers are shutting down all their big players. We'll talk about that tomorrow night, if there is a tomorrow night for me. I hope there is. You gotta be optimistic. So the link is out there. Anybody want to pull up, they can, and we're getting it ready. Ovechkin, I did it yesterday. He broke the record. I don't think too many people care outside of hockey fans. To be real with you, I'm just being honest about that. So the Blue Jays, to me, is the big winner this year. All right, they're singing the anthems in Winnipeg. Let me turn this chair around and let's get ready for action. So, as they're singing the anthem in Winnipeg, get ready for this big game. By the way, two things. One great news, the other sad news. The good news, Meredith Goudreau, that's Johnny's wife, just had their third child. And unfortunately, um, it's bittersweet. And congratulations to Meredith. To the kids who have a little brother to bring into the world, and the Goudreau family. So my happiness and joy go to them. I just found out as the Winnipeg Jets gave him a moment of silence. We lost Greg Millen today, former Blues goalie, um, Hockey Night in Canada analyst. I watched Greg Millen play for Hartford and St. Louis, and I just want to say Godspeed to Greg and his family. So we lost a great one. So my prayers to the Millen family. Winnipeg is lit tonight, folks. They know how big a game this is. Right, face off now in Winnipeg. Let's get this series going right now, everybody. All right, the Jets control the puck.
Hi, Uncle Mace.
Good evening, Miss Molina.
How you doing, Uncle Mace?
I'm up and down, but if I'm a Blue Jay fan tonight, I will be ecstatic that that idiot basically gave the Blue Jays a hometown discount.
Yeah, he would have made more money in free agency.
What an idiot.
I'm sorry, I messaged you really late at midnight. I know you was probably sleeping. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
definitely. It's all right. It
but
doesn't bother me. I
but I had
mean,
to share the news as soon as I saw it.
and after, have you heard me talk tonight? Do you
Yeah, I've
believe
been here
that?
since you started.
Did you hear? Did you? What do you think of what I said that the Blue Jays ripped them off?
I agree 100%. He could have. I said it right away when I saw it. He could have made more money in free agency.
Well, he should have did, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And certain ethnic group of people think the way Flag. His people think the way he thinks. What he should have done was tell the Blue Jays, I want 10 years, 500. What happened was him and that idiot Jorge Sosa, who was his agent, just kept focusing on $500 million. And
Yeah,
what the Blue Jays did was they said, okay, we'll give it to
we'll
him
give
for
you that, but over 14 years.
exactly. And he's making 28 now. Beginning next year, he's making 35. He basically gave the Blue Jays the hometown discount, and he doesn't realize it yet. Oh, he'll realize it. He'll realize it. And like I said, if I'm a Blue Jay fan right now, I am laughing my ass off what he did last night. I am laughing.
He's the second highest, I think, after Otani, right?
No, he's only making 35 a year next year. Soto keep making 55 million for 14 years.
What?
You didn't know that?
55 million for 14
Yeah,
years?
yeah. That's what Vlad should have did. Now you understand why I'm laughing at him right now and his representative? And
Wow.
that's the difference between having Scott Boras as your agent and having Jorge Sousa as your agent. Congratulations, Blue Jays organization and their fans, and Vlad Guerrero is a bleeping idiot.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. He'll find out. You see, he doesn't realize it yet. He'll realize it when other Latin players are shaking their head at him, saying, "Yo, why did you only take 7 million extra a year? You didn't do anything."
He loved the hometown.
I don't know if it's that. I think that idiot's happy he got his 500 million, but he doesn't realize he shortchanged himself.
Or his agent.
Yeah. hmm I mean, if I'm Mark Shapiro tonight, I'm taking the entire office to dinner tonight. What a job by their front office.
Yeah. There was rumors yesterday that he was going to resign, and I told Moss. And then at midnight, we got the news. I was half asleep.
I tell you right now, if I'm a Blue Jay fan right now, like I said, Bugs Bunny had the famous line, "What a moron, what a maroon." That is Vlad Guerrero Jr. tonight.
Sorry, Uncle Mace, I'm just getting a call.
Oh yeah, go do what you gotta do there. I'm watching this. I'm doing this game tonight. All right, Winnipeg, St. Louis. You could tell early in this game they're feeling each other out. I got the real live feed to this game. Shout out to the NHL Network. All right, they're fighting for the puck in Winnipeg zone. This is one of my plays tonight. I took the Blues plus goal and a half. All right, St. Louis in their zone, pass hit out. All right, snuggle.
Sorry, Uncle Mace. My mom just called to check up on me.
That's not that.
Well, I got the Jets game on Prime.
Oh, you got Prime. I got the St. Louis feed, and when the NHL Network does the feed, they do the complete live via satellite feed. So they're facing off right now in Winnipeg zone. Winnipeg wins the face-off. Anyway, you should be happy, man. You get him for 14 more years at a discount price.
Yeah.
Problem with the Blue Jays, though, moving forward, as they are getting into it right now.
But we lost the other day to the Mets.
Yeah, I heard they got swept by the Mets.
Yeah.
I told Moss that was
Oh,
gonna
it was
happen.
yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I told Moss that was gonna happen.
Moss is pissed off right now. So,
Well, you shouldn't
look,
put over your hopes.
not that. Long story short, it's more like a personal thing, and it's not sports. You know how his laptop mashup?
Yeah,
He took his laptop to what's those places called in Best Buy? Those Geek Squad shit.
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we'll mail it out to HP, the company of the laptop, and they'll fix it and whatnot. Put a new motherboard and basically fix the keyboard." Now they're saying like, "Oh, it's gonna take a while. The part's not come yet." And he's already been 2 weeks without his laptop. And he's like, "Oh, we'll send it back." But I think he was saying in the voice message that it's even worse than it's now worse than what it was before he sent it to them.
Word to the wise: if your computer messes up, it's a lot cheaper to buy a new one than have it fixed.
You know, the thing is, oh my gosh, one time my camera, like what I do YouTube on, sometimes I use the actual camera. That shit broke, and I had to pay like $300 just for these bastards to take a look at it.
Yeah, that's why. Uh,
What a ripoff, Uncle Mace.
that's why when I lost mine 2 years ago, I think it was. I just went on Amazon, bought me the one I have now.
Yeah. Nowadays, when I travel, I take those disposable ones.
And I'm planning on buying me a new one right before the football season starts, with all the bells and whistles like the first one I had.
Do you still have the soundboard that you used to use?
No.
I remember when we used to come up on here, you'd play the soundboard.
Oh, you mean with the After Effects?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did it for Ross Atkins. This is for the Blue Jay front office. This is for Vlad Guerrero and his agent for them. What an idiot.
Oh my God, Uncle Mace, you crack me up.
What
I
an idiot.
told uh I told Chloe about you, Chloe Byfield.
Yeah, I
I
read
said
that yesterday.
I got a friend that really likes your brother. He's been watching him play for a while, and I showed her the jersey, and she was laughing. She couldn't believe it.
Tell her the black one is coming in a month. Tell her that I got it from the King's Pro Shop, and they're making it exactly with the one he wears on his back in the locker room. Tell her I
I
said,
I asked her, is there any way you can get something signed for me? So if I get something, I'd love to mail it to you, Uncle Mace. That'd be cool.
I would appreciate that. People don't understand that. I remember him when he was drafted. Like, I saw that draft. He went number 2 overall. And I was like, yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. And I forgot all about him until last year. And I saw him last year and I said, oh, that's the number 2 pick in the draft. And plus, I love the Kings the way they treat me. So they treat me very, very well.
The King shop, yeah.
They treat me
You
very
said
well.
another thing. Oh, the Flame shop. You said they know you like family.
Yeah, I've been dealing with them for over 30 years. So, yeah. See, when there's a difference between a jersey connoisseur, that would be me,
A
and a
collector,
jersey
yeah.
and a jersey collector.
Yeah. You appreciate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
And they're only looking at it for the money angle.
a connoisseur appreciates things more.
That's me. This is like the sneakerheads, but then again, a lot of the sneakerheads want to sell those shoes more than wear
I love my I love my I love my sneakers, I was gonna say. When I was a kid, Uncle Mace, I don't know if I ever told this story up here, and it's not related to sports, so maybe I'll bring it back to sports. But when I was a kid, we lived in projects. Like when my family first came to Canada, they didn't have
them.
any much money, and they barely knew English because they came from a country that faced war, like
Hmm.
war for 28 years. Anyway, we when we lived in projects, we couldn't afford anything. So when I was a kid, all my clothes were like donated or hand me downs from my sister, and that's why when I finally started working, and like when we got out of the projects, my family started working two jobs each just to make things ends meet. And eventually, I remember I cried so much because I got bullied at school for wearing beat up sneakers. But when you're a kid, people don't understand that some people might not have it like how you may, or you know. And I remember I cried so much when I went home and I didn't want to go back to school the next day because I was bullied for wearing like torn shoes. And then I still remember to this day in grade 3, my dad bought me a pair of Pumas. And back in the day, those were like really expensive. It was $120 at Foot Locker. And back in the day, that was considered a lot of money. So, yeah, that was the first shoe I had. And then I started, like, as I grew older, I went to work. And then I would buy Jordans because that was like when you're young, you think of I like sports, and I always wanted a pair of Jordans. So I'll never forget my first pair of 11s I got, and you had to camp outside for that shit, just to get it. But it was special, and it meant something to me, like because it's like wow, I finally earned the money to buy a pair of Jordans that I would have never thought I'd have.
Doesn't that feel great?
Yeah, it does feel great, and some kids they have things handed to them. They're spoon fed kids, but when you come from struggle and you know how hard it is to make $1 to your name, I don't I understand people when they say I collect this because it means something to me. I like it brings back something to you, and it's not money. It's some things are worth more than money, so to speak. And I get that. I resonate that with you because you don't just collect Flames jerseys. You collect players that mean something to you.
Exactly.
So
And let
I
me
hear
add
you.
to your story because my nephew is very similar to you. When
Yeah.
he first went to high school, everybody clowned on him because his father bought him sneakers from I forgot the name of the store. It wasn't Payless. It was somewhere else that is even makes it even more retarded. And it was the beginning of the cell phone era.
Oh no.
So I said, you know what? Your problems are going to be solved. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, I'm going to get you something special for your birthday. And what I did was I bought him a pair of Jordan boots.
Wow.
Then I said, I'm going to get you a Jordan jumpsuit, and I'm going to get you a cell phone.
Wow.
And
You spoiled these kids.
so, like, he was like, when I bought him the cell phone, he wanted the, damn, I forgot what you call those phones. Where you,
Blackberry.
no, the one, this is 20 years ago, girl. This is not in today's world. He wanted the two-way phone. And what that was back in the day was you can text and you can talk to people and at the same time. Now
Oh
on the cell phones like you have like an iPhone, you
yeah,
got
yeah.
that built in now. compared
Yeah.
to it was separated on the same phone. So I
But
said,
back in the day, they didn't have it like that.
exactly. So I told him, you know what? You have a cell phone. You could be reached if you're in trouble, and we'll come and help you out. That's
For
all that matters.
emergencies. Yeah.
Exactly. I told him, as long as you can reach us and we can reach you, that's all that matters.
Did they
And
mostly stay with you when they went to school?
yeah, since they were 2 years old, they stayed with me.
Yeah. That's
I
like my
bought,
my mom's sister. She babysat us when my parents went to work all the time.
I bought them their own gaming system when they were young, so they could
Now
play
they're
games.
paying it forward to you, Uncle Mace, because you talk so highly of them, and your nephew he talked really good things about you when you was not well.
He said the greatest quote of all about me. He said, "Me and my brother, we don't give a damn what you say about my uncle. All we know is my uncle treated us great, and that's all that matters to us."
Yeah, I was so nervous to message them because we didn't, that time we didn't hear from you, and everybody was worried. I'm here chatting every day, writing in the comments, Uncle Mace, are you all right? Uncle Mace, are you all right? And then I'm like, I don't even know how I found out he's your nephew, but I took a shot and I said, listen, Uncle Mace, you have no clue who the hell we are, but listen, your uncle means something to us, and we need to know if he's all right. And I'm glad he respected us enough to tell us that you're all right, you're getting better. And yeah, the way they mean to you is how you mean to us. And even like Relentless, he's not up here all the time, Bargav. But it's been 4 years. Can you believe it? I think it's been 4 years.
Yes, exactly at this time right now.
Wow, that was crazy. From
Yeah,
the playoffs to celebrating birthdays up here, cooking Malika Andrews up here. It's been a lot of highs and lows.
you ain't lying about that.
And the thing with the lows is, although we experience lows, we ride it out together. And that's what I mean. That's like blood thicker than water.
You're absolutely right about that. That's why I appreciate all of you a lot. I'm sorry about Moss, but Moss, this is a message from me to you. When your computer goes out like that, buy a new one, bro. Even if you have to get one in your price range that's cheaper than the one you have, just do it, and it's going to do the same things that the one you just sent in.
Stupid technology.
I will never pay the price of getting my computer fixed where I can go out and get a new one. Just get a lesser van. Like the one I have right now, it's a lot cheaper than the one where I paid money for, but it does the job I want it done. That's all that
Yeah,
matters to
and
me.
if it's broken, you don't pay so much. Like you won't feel it as much because you didn't pay an arm and a leg to buy it. So
Exactly. And I'll also add one more thing. A guy like me, I haven't bought a hockey jersey in 20 years into October. And one thing I learned doing it is to stay humble.
yeah,
Because you read me like a book. I appreciate the jerseys I buy and the players I buy on it. Because those are players I really liked.
yeah, those are players you like, and I know you said it's something that means something to you. So I get that entirely.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams, the colors I don't like, so I don't buy. Like
Yeah,
I'm at St. Louis right now. I cannot stand their colors. But the one jersey I would love to get from the Blues is the 1996 jersey when Gretzky was there.
oh yeah, that was good. He was at the game, Ovi's game.
Yeah, you should have seen him Friday night. He was not happy. Even his
Yeah,
wife.
he was not happy. He was like, "What? He broke my record and scored a hat trick."
Yeah, yeah. What a job by Ovechkin.
So he done it in less games than Gretzky, or is it the same?
The exact same games.
Yeah, same number, yeah. But I thought
Yeah.
Gretzky didn't make it to like 40. He retired before 40.
He retired at Gretzky retired at I believe Gretzky retired at 39.
Well, oh yeah, yeah, he didn't make it to 40.
He didn't want to play.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
He
I
said he
never,
didn't want
I never got the opportunity to see him live, but my dad has.
to play. I never seen him live either.
Yeah, my dad's seen him live.
I never seen Ovechkin live.
I've seen McDavid, but it's not the same at all.
Like, what do you mean?
Connor McDavid, I've seen him play.
But you said it's not the same.
Oh, I mean, it's not like a legend, you know. It's not. It's not
Oh,
like
okay. I know what you're saying. Yeah, you're
not
right.
like one of the greatest of all times.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm just cracking up right now. And yeah, uh, yeah, you're right.
Glad.
What you said. I mean, no, you're right. What you just said about me, you're absolutely correct. I
Yeah,
have
you're.
to really,
But you do keep it humble, Uncle Mace. You know,
you have to.
and I think that's the one thing is stay grounded.
That's why when I buy a
Oh,
watch,
we
it
have
is,
a goal here. Nice goal here by Winnipeg. 1-0 Winnipeg, folks. Oh, why is the goal not allowed? What the hell?
yeah, it's not allowed. On my screen is 0-0 still.
Yeah, the
But
goal is
6 minutes,
disallowed.
yeah. All right, they'll face off again. Yeah, like I said, uh, that's why I'd rather wear a Timex than buy one of those expensive watches because it reminds me of humble beginnings myself.
I like Casio. They're pretty good too.
Yeah, they are.
Old school. Hopefully 305. He said he was saying yesterday up here that he's got to get a new car. His car is having some troubles.
Yeah, he should have came up tonight. I told him I was gonna be on. He's probably sleeping. 'Cause when you work at a hotel, you gotta do a lot of work. Working at a hotel is no fun.
Yes.
Dealing with people's personalities. You
My
should
dad
know. You
works
travel the
my
world.
dad works my dad works in a hotel. Yeah, my dad works
Not
in a
easy, right?
No, it's stressful. But my dad only works part-time because he has health problems.
Yeah, I know. Because he was talking about him for Christmas. Did he wear his Matthews jersey that night when you both went last week?
Yeah, both of our Matthews jersey. Uncle Mace, did I
Oh,
show
you
you
wore
my
Matthews too?
I think I sent it to you on Instagram last week. Did I send you the picture of Matt Indeed? I think I
You
sent you a
probably
picture
did. Let
of
me
Matt
take a look. You probably did. You know, Melina, to be honest with you, I don't follow like people's Instagrams. That's not me. I look at it for the sports.
Yeah, no, I messaged you privately. I mean,
Yeah, I know it's crazy to
you
you,
know, my
but
seats was right in front of the glass, Uncle Mace. It was crazy. My seats was like the glass. If I had to hit, I could hit my head on the glass. That's how close I was. It was awesome. And to get that for dirt cheap was one of my dad's friends hooked us up.
I'm glad you enjoy yourself, but the Leafs won that game.
Yeah, I'm 2-0 now. I know I haven't been to a lot of games, but I'm 2-0 now, undefeated. But tomorrow's the rematch. I don't think it's gonna be good.
Well, I'm gonna save the news for you tomorrow.
Today's Bargav's
Because
birthday.
oh, today,
Yeah.
happy birthday to golf.
Yeah, he's watching this national championship crap.
Oh, because his alma mater is playing in the game. That's why he's
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, he's
He's a
watching
Florida alum. That's why he's watching the game.
his Florida Gators.
Shout out to ball golf.
Yeah, we patched things up, thankfully, and tomorrow's a huge game for Arsenal, Uncle Mace. I know I told you about it the other day. I
Yeah,
think
you did.
Charlene's going to the game tomorrow.
That should be for you guys. That's a huge game.
Yeah. Are you live tomorrow night for any game?
Colorado and Vegas. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow.
Oh, you're starting with Vegas, Colorado? Okay.
The Leafs, I'm gonna do the game somewhat. So I'm gonna be on just a little later, but there's some controversy behind it. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. Shout out
Oh,
to Elliot Friedman who broke the story.
all right. I like your you gotta do a separate updated cook session on the Dolphins
Oh,
family.
that's coming. That's
I
coming.
can't wait. I can't wait to hear that. Oh, that's not till not till um draft day, right?
Yeah, don't worry, that's coming. See, I don't like to roast them a lot because Mr. Miami gets very upset. And I look at Mr. Miami as a good friend, and I don't like to get him upset. I
Yeah,
really
like a
don't.
brother.
Yeah, I don't like to see him upset.
Yeah, me too. I never seen him upset, and I don't want to. I care
Because,
about all of you guys like family.
you know, I'm the same way. And I told him the other night, I said, bro, I'm gonna stop it because by looking the way you get triggered, man. I don't want to see you this way.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's smart. He blames like I do ownership.
Dolphins ownership. Yeah. Well, you sign players, but not the right not the right players you need.
Exactly. You know what jersey I'm waiting for now? But I have to wait a while. I ordered me from the Blackhawk Pro Shop the Blackhawks jersey, and they're fixing it up for me.
You know what? I was looking at new baseball jerseys because my Blue Jays one is kind of worn out. The lettering is worn out, but it's been like 4 years. But the Blue Jays store said you can bring it back, and they'll peel it off and put a new one for me.
There you
Um,
go.
but I'm looking at getting the red one.
I'm curious, how much do they cost in the Blue Jay shop?
The jersey or the printing?
Everything.
Oh, together? Oh, that's gonna be a lot. For authentic, I
Yes.
think if you're buying it from the Blue Jay store, I think it's around 140.
Really?
For I wear kid size though. Maybe that's why.
Oh, that's you, yeah. Still no score in Winnipeg, 3.5 to go in the first.
Yeah, I wear kid size. I can get away with some clothes. Even my Arsenal stuff are in kids size.
I know you can get away with your Jordans, right?
Yeah, my Jordans are also in kid size. The thing is in Toronto, I think it's the same in the States. If you buy in kid size, the tax you pay on it is less than what you would pay in adult sizing.
It used to be here in New York, if you buy anything between Anything from $1 to $200, there's no tax, but they got rid of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's around 150 for Vladdy Guerrero. Wow, I gotta get that powder blue jersey.
nah, I cannot stand that jersey. The one I like is the red. I love that jersey.
That's the one I want, or the gray one with the blue on it.
That one's nice.
They
That one
made
is so
the
nice.
gray one's nice because it has the white and blue on the sleeves, but the red one's limited edition. I'm trying to find it.
I used to always get, for some strange reason, I used to always get the Blue Jays uh, team store in the mail.
Really?
Yep,
All the
always.
way in New York?
Yep, but I never ordered anything from them.
What about your Angels?
I get that from a pro shop or MLB shop back in the day because they were cheap. Now a baseball jersey's $500, so I ain't gonna waste my money on it. But at least I got the players in the Angels who I wanted, so I'm good with that. I got the guys who I wanted, so I don't have to buy an Angels jersey anymore. I got it in each color, so I
Hi,
don't have to
Moss.
worry about
Or, hi, Moss. I was just talking about your unfortunate situation with the laptop. Sorry, it's been a frustrating week, I guess, so far, but big up, Moss. Yeah, Jay's up. Winnipeg Jets still 0-0. John Jansen, I wonder if he's at the game tonight.
No, he was just in here earlier.
Oh,
He's not.
okay.
He's not in Winnipeg tonight.
He's not. I think he goes only to their local games.
Yeah, the home game.
Yeah, home games. Do you think Toronto will win tomorrow against the Panthers?
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that more tomorrow. There is a big controversy about that. Huge.
Wow, you're back in the
Broken,
lead?
broken by the great Elliot Friedman. He broke it today on 32 foots. And when I talk about it tomorrow night, all I'm gonna say is I wouldn't sell certain teams short, like both of those teams, Tampa and Florida, are doing.
Fair
I'll
play.
talk about it big time tomorrow night.
All right.
But it will not make you happy, Ottawa fan happy.
Me or Ottawa fans? Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh, Maple Leaf fans and Ottawa Senator fans, what is happening right now? I'll just say this: the Panthers will deactivate all their stars for the rest of the year,
Oh.
and they'll be ready for the playoffs.
Tomorrow I took the day off to watch the Arsenal game. It's that serious.
Enjoy that. I'm sorry that Moss doesn't have his computer. Moss, I feel bad for you, bro. Let me see something.
Yeah.
Let's see what these guys got as I'm talking to
You
my
had
neighbor.
your dinner, Uncle Mace?
Did I have dinner? Yeah, I had what the hell I had to eat today for dinner? I had a chicken parmesan slice of pizza today.
Me too. I had pizza too just now. I haven't had pizza in a while, so except eggplant with suspension. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I haven't had pizza in a minute, so I just decided to have that today and buy my mom some soup because mom is sick, so I told her to stay over here with me.
Oh, get well soon, Mom.
Yeah,
I'm home. Just hate getting run around when they say they could fix it. But I was like, should I just buy a new laptop? And now I look right again. Moss got Wendy's. Wendy's is good. I like their chicken fingers. Yeah, I told you, Moss, from the start, buy a new laptop. Bro, I think Moss, I'm pretty sure you could write it off as a business expense when you do your taxes. You got a good accountant anyway, bro. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Watch you fix it, and then you're gonna spend more money to when you have to repair it again for a second time. Trust me.
Yep. Me and
Technology these
Melina,
days is not that reliable as it used to be.
me and Melina was just talking about that earlier. Buy a new one, bro.
And it's been a while since you ain't stream, and I'm having trouble linking yours and Jordan's channels. It's just StreamYard's been a mess. They're billing me. They raised their prices recently. Yeah, StreamYard charges a lot now. They up their prices.
And streaming odds for me is $45.
Yeah, I paid $30 a month. $30 a month. Yeah, I think it's the same. I know I can. Just thought easy fix. They clown all these new gen techies. Yeah, you can't. It's gonna be once you fix it. I guarantee you're gonna have to pay again to get it repaired down the line. It's not worth the hassle, bro. It's too much headache, and they keep messing you about, which isn't nice. Yeah, you're better off getting something reliable and something good. I'm sure there's probably some deals out there you can get. You just gotta shop around.
And if you want more advice, if I'm you, I'll get my laptop from HP. That's where I get mine from. If I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna get it from HP.
Yeah, that's what Moth has, HP. But he says some of the keys are jammed up and something's wrong with the motherboard, he said.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Blue Jays right now. See what the currency is. Oh, it's Canadian currency. Let me do this. Oh, this is only in Canadian currency. Let me go back. I like their City Connect jerseys.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, City Connect jerseys. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, I like the what you call it, the Chicago White Sox one.
Do you have one?
Nah, I haven't bought a baseball jersey in like 14 years. I bought all my Angel jerseys at the same time. Back then, though, a baseball jersey was 140, so I just
Gee.
paid like I just paid like 750 and got all of the Angel jerseys were out back then, and just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
I bought until I bought the hockey jersey. I haven't bought a jersey in like 14 years. It's been a while, but I haven't bought a hockey jersey until I bought the Timo Solani and the alternate Winnipeg Jet in 20 years almost. Yeah. So if you missed it earlier, I was clowning the idiot Vlad Guerrero Jr. for taking a lot less money than he realizes. And he'll realize it. I promise you that, folks. He'll realize it.
Vladdy Guerrero and his agent.
Boy, did they drop the ball. And like I said, if you're a Blue Jay fan, folks, you are laughing your ass off right now. You got him basically for the hometown discount. He goes from 28 mil a year, folks, to 35 million a year beginning next year. That is nothing. That is absolutely nothing.
His agent screwed him over.
Mm-hmm.
But Toronto fans are laughing.
Hell yeah. Number Bugs Bunny, folks. What a moron. What a maroon. That's Vlad Guerrero Jr. right now. And I'm Peter Alonso right now. I am effing livid.
I loved Bugs Bunny. That was one of my favorite cartoons.
There you go. My all time favorite too. Yeah. I like what they got the Guerrero in the white and the blue. My question is, how come they don't have it in the gray? I know that's the one you like, right, Millie?
Yeah, they don't have it. You have to put a custom name and number.
If they get the red, that's the one I would get. The
That's
red.
my favorite.
That's mine too.
But that's seasonal. They usually drop that around the holidays when
Yeah.
people don't spend money on gifts.
Next month they'll do it for. I mean, July they do it for Canada Day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right.
I follow. I'm just into. You know, but I can tell you this how much I know jerseys. I can tell you if it's real or it's not very quickly. I used to have a lot of dudes wanna kill me. I'm dead serious because I cost a lot of those
You
fake.
call them out.
Yeah, I cost a lot of guys money.
The thing is, some people try to scam people trying to sell fakes for the price of authentic. That happens here a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for
For the
jerseys.
Leafs, right?
No, like for any team.
Wow.
Yeah. And nowadays some fakes can be really good. Um like they'll have the shiny codes and everything, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, 20 years ago, early 21st century here in New York, those stores used to be everywhere. Where they sell nothing but back in those days a baseball cap was $26. Those fitteds, and they used to have every team, every color. And with me, something that I don't talk about. For
Yeah.
every jersey I have the fitted cap to match. Remember the World Series? Oh yeah, you wasn't even born yet, I don't think. But they
No,
had
I wasn't born.
yeah, back in like 2010, 2011, they had the fitted caps of the teams that won the World Series. So if I bought a Dodger jersey, and I did back then, I bought a Matt Kemp. I would
Wow.
put I would put damn, I forgot what patch I put on the Dodger jersey I had. I still have it in my closet
I was
somewhere.
just You just answered my next question. I was about to ask, do you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. Matt Kemp. I got it in my closet somewhere. I'll never forget when I first moved, there was a Mexican cleaners down the block from my house. So I put it in there so they could put the patch and everything. And I saw it hanging in the window. And a bunch of Mexican guys saw me put it on. And they were saying, "That's a real Dodger jersey." I said, "Yeah, man." Guys would pat me on the back. Yeah, that Dodger jersey back then was $130. Now that jersey is 500.
Wow.
I'm
For
looking at it right
money,
now.
some collectors, like, I guess I'll say collectors. I think that's the right word. Some jersey collect. Well, no, I think that's the wrong word. I'll say resellers. Some people like some jerseys. I don't know if this is just for hockey or baseball. I think it's more for hockey. Some jerseys you can buy them cheap. Like you'll get a good deal on it, and some people resell it for more than what they got it for profit. I've seen that happen a lot.
Well, the diehard collectors, these are the guys who a lot of them are like millionaires.
Yeah.
They only buy game worn jerseys and sell
Yeah, yeah, the game worn. Even for soccer, some connoisseurs, collectors,
them. Yeah.
um, they only buy game worn, and game worn is like 500, 600, and up.
I was in the King site. You know, I go in there. Game worn start at $1,600, and we're not talking stars either.
Wow.
Yeah, the collectors they like game worn. The connoisseur like me, I just get the jersey with the guy who I always loved playing for that team. Like soon, probably this fall or early next winter, I will get Roberts Newendike for North Giordano. All my the Flames who wore Leaf jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, Melina. It costs $434 American to buy the authentic home jersey and to get your name or any player's name on it. It's 434 American from Fanatics. The Vlad Guerrero uh, City Connect is only $334. That's a good price. That's a good price. I may cop that one. I like the City Connect. Got the
Those
CN
are
top on
the
it.
those are nice jerseys. The City
Yeah,
Connect.
yeah. It's like I told Moss, and good evening to you, Moss. Hope you got home safely. Uh, the only team I root for in the American League is the Blue Jays. I don't like nobody else in there.
Wow.
Always been that way with me. That's why I love the Jose Batista era. 'Cause it got me back to supporting the team again.
Yeah, a lot of people love Jose Batista here. I
I
have his
mean,
jersey.
I hate the Yankees. I hate the Red
I
Sox.
can't stand the Yankees. Those Yankee fans can kiss my ass. They're so stuck up in their own ways.
Well, the one thing
Like
I
I think
hate,
they're very smug. I think smug maybe.
yes, that's the perfect word because Derek Jeter was a smug bastard, believe it or not. Jeter was very smug.
I can't stand Yankee fan.
Well, I'll be honest with you. So see, if you're me and you don't root for the Mets, Yankee fan. Plus, my team whipped their ass in the playoffs in the 2000s, so they respect the hell out of me. Because Yankee fans ain't used to other teams whipping their ass in the playoffs. Yankee fan, if you embrace their history, they're fine. It's the arrogant ones that you can't stand,
Yeah.
especially the women. The Yankee female fans talk a lot of crap. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cop this jersey. I'll cop it probably before Labor Day. I gotta get this Guerrero. I haven't bought a birthday. Haven't bought a baseball jersey.
in a
So
while. Yeah, treat yourself.
yeah, yeah. I buy players. When it comes to like, if I buy another team, it's not because of the whatever. It's because I love that player. Like for the Reds, the only two players I would buy is Larkin and Pete and Johnny Bench. Because I don't, those were my two favorite guys.
I understand that.
What I was gonna say to you, are you surprised that the Ovechkin jerseys are not flying off the shelves?
Um, I'm gonna say no. I'm not really surprised.
Why? I'm just curious.
I think people thought he would already. People, I think most people would like were like us. They thought he would have broken it earlier. Like they expected. They saw it coming. They expected it.
I totally agree with you. You are absolutely correct. I agree with you.
If you're a
I
hockey
agree.
fan, it was, and like we discussed on here, um, you knew it was gonna happen anyway, and most people said it will happen before. It would have happened sooner if he didn't get injured, Ovechkin.
Yo, Moss, your boy is an effing fool. So boom to that. He's an effing fool for that Guerrero, bro. The effing fool signing that contract. That's what Flag Guerrero is. Boom. He saved the Blue Jays 180 mil. And like I said, if I'm a Blue Jay fan right now, I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing right now. Will you ever get tired of him, Melina?
Vladdy.
Yeah, like let's say 7 years from now, the money's great when it comes to their world and to a
But
fan.
people were saying at work, Uncle Mace today, the money's great, but what if what if we don't win anything?
There you go. That's what I was gonna ask you. And his contract is very tradable, believe it or not. Very tradable.
Uh, I don't know. It looks like an accident waiting to happen.
No, I think the Blue Jays moving forward, they have to hit on that eighth pick on draft day. They have
Yeah,
to. That
I agree with that.
their farm system is the worst in baseball. Worse than the Angels, believe it or not. They got to hit with the eighth pick. Got to. And if I'm a Blue Jay fan, I don't want a pitcher. I want a slugger to go along with Guerrero. You save so much money now. The Blue Jays save so much money now. You can pay Dante. That's his daddy. You could pay both the Shep wherever he wants without a problem. All right, second period is starting in Winnipeg. So there you go, Moss. Boom. Your boy is an idiot. And I don't want to hear that. No, 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 no. No, your boy's an idiot. Now go finish second place. No excuses now, Moss, and you can get your Cam Neely jersey. Finish second place now. Finish first place. That division is very winnable. One thing about the Blue Jays, well, don't they own the Red Sox? Damn, beating the Red Sox. Believe it or not, I'm pulling for them to win the division because I cannot stand the other teams. And Tampa Bay is boring as hell. I hope they do win that division, Blue Jays. I used to love the days when the Jays would come to Yankee Stadium and Guerrero and what's my boy? He's on the Dodgers now. Toscar Hernandez and those guys with this. make Yankee Stadium into their playground. All right. Yeah, the Blue Jays. Yeah, you beating Boston again. That's good. Enjoy the fantasy points. I didn't think Ovi would do it this soon. Oh, I knew he would, man. You gotta understand, the NHL is watered down. By the way, what a save by Helleybuck just now. Blue Jays always own the Red Sox. When they're good, that means Blue Jays have a good year this year. Whenever they can spank the Red Sox like they're doing tonight in Fenway, that tells you the Blue Jays are gonna have a good year, folks. I'm gonna have to get Moss that Cam Neely jersey in the size 56. You'll get it. Just gotta give me your address, Moss, and you'll get it, buddy. Cam Neely. All right, Winnipeg back out in the zone. Moss, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you, let's set the record straight. The Blue Jays saved $180 million. All he did, Moss, was get a $7 million raise. Soto was making 22.8 last year. Now he's making 55. That's what you call cashing in. Guerrero didn't cash in, bro. He basically gave you guys the hometown discount because that demented Dominican and stupid agent Jorge Sosa don't know how to do contract. All they kept thinking about was 500 mil. And instead, the Blue Jays threw in 4 extra years and it even out to 35 million a year. The Blue Jays save 180 million in their budget, and Valley is only making only $7 million more a year for the next 14 years. 98 mil for 14 years of work. What an effing idiot, bro. Even you have to admit that, bro. Come on, man. Stop being a homer and enjoy the comedy. All right, Winnipeg just scored, folks. So the Jets up 1-0.
Nice, 1-0 Jets.
So, so Winnipeg just scored, everybody. Come on, Moss. Stop being a homer and crack up a little bit. Enjoy. I'm sorry about your laptop, bro, but enjoy that Atkins and Shapiro ripped that idiot off. Just under 17 minutes to go in the second, as the Jets just scored their goal. I'm trying to find out who scored. Montgomery looks pissed off for the Blues. So 1-0 Jets. Moss, stop it, bro. Stop it. Bro, Ross Atkins, the accountants for the Blue Jays, their capologist, Mark Shapiro, ripped that idiot blind. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Cut it out. What he should have did is what smart agents and players do. Do what Solo did. 756 mil for 14 years, 55 million a year guaranteed. Guaranteed. This demented Dominican dumbass that's kept the $500 million fixated. The Blue Jays pulled a fast one on him, and now he's only making a measly, in the baseball world, not the real world, 35 million a year. That's like giving the Blue Jays a hometown discount. and the shit that Vlad Guerrero was talking in spring training, he didn't sound like a player that was willing to give the team a discount. So he's an idiot. Him and bro, you think Scott Boras would have went for this deal? Yeah, you're damn mind. Boras would have told him, "I can get you 650 elsewhere." Like the Mets, who that idiot will pay that money. But hey, give the front office their due, bro. They pulled the fast one, that idiot. The damn idiot. That's him and Jorge Sosa. That's why fucking Pujols fired Sosa's ass. Shit. You kidding me? And Molina was right. She said this earlier. He should have waited for free agency. Brilliant job by Atkins and Chaparro.
If we're being honest with ourselves, he would have made more money in free agency. Being like,
Mm-hmm.
and several people said that at my work too, and they're Blue Jays fans. Like, I'm not being biased.
They're laughing. I'm a Blue Jay fan right now. I'm going to the nightclub tonight, buying drinks for everyone there, laughing it up. Kyrou is too good of a player to get a $7 million raise. You got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Got to. And Moss is telling me in the chat, oh, what if he gets hurt? A Steve Cohen would have paid him anyway. Celebrate, Blue Jay fans. Celebrate. Enjoy it for 14 more years. Enjoy it. And Blue Jay fans, do yourself a favor. When he starts complaining that he wants to redo the contract, you tell him, go to hell. You signed it, you play in it. Am I right about that, Melina?
Agreed. To be
You
honest,
signed it, bro. You play for it. Because you know what's scary about this? If you are a Vlad Guerrero fan, or if you're Vlad Guerrero and Jorge Sousa, there is going to be a first baseman, but we don't know who the hell he is right now. That when that kid gets his deal ready for his next contract, whoever this young man is, we don't know. He's going to get at least 2/3 more than what Guerrero got. And Guerrero's going to be pissed off when he's 30 years old and see what his agent got for him. He's an idiot. You don't think the Yankees would have wished Soto did something like this? Hell yes, they would have. Look what Otani did. He's only making $20 million a year. He's going to make $50 million the rest of his career when he's finished. Let me see what Moss is saying now. Just because Mace wanted him to be my team. No, I didn't. I don't really care, Moss. Moss, I'm not like that. See, that's the difference between me and you, and it's a big difference. I look at things all over the place. I don't look at things as, oh, I wish my team. Hey, you don't think I want my team in hockey to get one of these big free agents? I know they're not going there. So what did I do on Saturday? I looked at the free agents that are coming out that's under 26 years old because that's what they want to do. Guys only making $700,000 a year. That's what my team wants to sign. That's being realistic, Moss, not in fantasy land. Soto, not that many years. Soto got 14 years, Moss. Look it up, 55 million a year. That's what you call breaking the bank. Stop being a damn homer, Moss. Feliz, Ronnie, happy, he happy, we happy. Blue Jay fans ain't happy tonight, Moss. They're laughing at his dumb ass. That's what they're doing. They're laughing at that clown's ass. That's what they're doing. Who cares where he wants to play, bro? It's about how much. It's about cashing in on your value. There's a team in fucking Mars. If they're willing to pay him 750, you take the 750 and take your ass in a damn space shuttle and go to Mars and hit home runs out of space in a astronaut uniform, bro. Cut it out. God damn. Some people are just biased, bro. Cut out the rhetoric. Stop being a damn homer. Shit. God damn. Hobie Baker Award will be given out Friday at 6 o'clock. Look like there's 12 minutes left in the second. Again, Moss is anti-Trump American. Right? Speaking of Trump America, we're going to be deporting. We're going to be cleaning up more of Biden's disaster. And like the president of Venezuela said, and he's a smart man to say this is all Joe Biden's fault. Yes, it is. You didn't think uh, 15 years, but he's still getting paid 55 mil, Moss. That's the point. He's still making $55 million a year, Moss. It doesn't matter. So what? It's 15 years, 55 mil a year. Your dumbass player fucking only took a $7 million raise. What a fucking idiot. Okay. Sorry, girl. Again, since Moss says, all right, St. Louis just tied it. And it was Bushevich, so 1-1 now. So Bushevich, right past Helleybuck. What I'm gonna say? Oh yeah, Trump, the Venezuelan president today said that this is all Joe Biden's fault, which it is, which it is. And Moss, one more thing. When I'm right, I'm right. You know that. So what? I missed off for you and Solo. I'm right again. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I am right again, as always. But back to Trump's America. Good for the president of Venezuela that blames Joe Biden for this disaster with the tariffs. You know what? Trump had 4 years to think about all this. Okay? He's now a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate for nothing. The man's brilliant in what he does. And Joe Biden destroyed this country. And now everybody that voted for Biden, I didn't vote for neither one because I can't stand Biden anyway. That clown bitch, Kamala Harris. Biden is the fault of this, and I'm glad now these countries are falling in line. It's all Joe Biden's fault. The wrath of Donald Trump. Even I told my mother said, you're right. He's a very vindictive man. I should know I'm vindictive too. Way too long to say about the dolphin community. So. Helleybuck with the save. 1-1, folks. 11 minutes to go in the second. Here's Moss in the fifth person again. Let me read this. Face of the franchise and Moss and Vladdy homers. Sure, we know he makes way more money being the face of a Canadian franchise. Yeah, but this is not about Canada. This is about a man who's who's a star in the league that could have made at least 3 times more. Melina said it earlier tonight. She's right, and her co-workers are right. He should have waited to after the World Series. There would have been a stupid ass team like the Mets would have gave him 650. It has nothing to do about being a hero. Him, and his dumbass representative Jorge, what was his dumbass name, was fixated at 500 mil. So the Blue Jays said, "Fuck this. We're not giving him 50 million a year." And then one of the accountants, the capologist, said, "Yeah, we can give him 500, but let's give him extra years." Ross Atkins, Mark Shapiro, excellent job. And take the entire front office to dinner tonight. Do that. Back to this Winnipeg game, 1-1. Moss talking about country. No one cares about country. Especially me. I don't care. All I know is this fact. I couldn't stand Joe Biden, and Donald Trump is cleaning up their speaker. No, I'm not going to get into racial stuff tonight, but I'll do it sometime later this week, maybe before Dallas and Winnipeg on Thursday night. Talk about all those white folks who Trump cut out food stamps, and all these white people here in America is crying. Get off your white asses and go work. Go work, just like everybody else. I've worked for my organization for 27 years before I couldn't work no more because of my condition. Go work. Shit, I'm even making a side hustle now. I don't love money, but money can get me the things I want, like all these jerseys I've been buying for the last 6 months. Shit. Oh, Obama was in on it too. Don't think he wasn't. We all know Obama was in on it. You don't live here, Moss. You live up north. You don't live here. You don't know what a lot of people go through here. Okay? All right? You don't know. Joe Biden was a fucking racist. As a matter of fact, you can argue Joe Biden was one of the worst presidents ever in our country. How much he hated black people, and he'll never be forgiven in this country. Put the country in what we are in. And what Trump is doing is the right thing. All the people, the Latinos especially, that cashed in their Caucasian card, now they're paying the price. And there's going to be more deportations next week of them. 500,000 Haitians are being deported. So Trump is doing the right thing. He's cleaning this country up the way it should be cleaned up. Moss is out. I don't know why Moss is so upset about American politics. I don't get it. He don't live in America. I don't get it. He don't live here. He don't know what FBAs go through for over 600 years in this country. He don't know what my great 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 grandparents been through, bro, in this country. And when Trump gets things stabilized, and he will, then those tariffs will mysteriously go away. But not right now. These other countries got to be punished. All the money Joe Biden gave these people. You kidding me? Especially Ukraine. Are you out of your mind? Bro, yet there's many people here homeless, living in the streets, and these goddamn foreigners that fucking Joe Biden brought here, giving them $1,300 a fucking week and living in nice hotels and getting houses out in Oregon. That shit's over. And we shipping their asses back by the day. Moss, I am not. Moss, you gotta understand something. Read what I'm saying. Stop being the fifth person that you are, bro. I'm speaking facts. This country has to be cleaned out, and we're doing it. Okay, we're doing it. We're getting back to the good old days of America. The blacks on one side, the whites on the other, and the others, you're just here, but you won't be here much anymore. As far as the taxes go, I can't speak on that because I don't get into that. Because again, I have nothing against Canadian people at all. I mean, whether for Canadian people, I wouldn't be getting a lot of the help and where I get my things from and doing business with them. I got nothing. And my favorite excuse me, my favorite hockey team plays in Canada. How can I hate Canada? I have nothing against Canada. Nothing at all. I know the truth why Trump is doing what he's doing. It's sad, but I know the truth. And one of these days, Moss, I will tell you why he wants what he wants from Canada, but not right now. I don't want to talk about ethnics and race right now. There is a method to his madness, and I'm not even a Trump supporter, but I see, and a lot of us see, why he's doing what he's doing here in the States. And these foreigners, they're getting out of here. Getting rid of 500,000 Haitians, we're getting rid of the Africans sending their asses back, getting these people out of here. And it's a good job by Trump. Proud of him. Yeah, he shouldn't have did that. Now that I agree with Moss. He shouldn't have picked on Canada like he did and mocked them. That wasn't right. I totally agree with that. I'm just talking about the foreigners and immigrants in my country. That's all I'm talking about. The other stuff I would agree about Canada that wasn't fair by him. I do agree with that. Trump got to change some things. We got to change up a little bit. Canadian people are not bothering nobody. I totally agree with that. That I agree with. They're not bothering nobody. I don't know why Trump is acting that stupid. But when it comes to these foreigners, when it comes to food prices here, gotta go. Now let's get back to the game, folks. Let's see. All right, 6.5 to go in the second period. 1-1. Vucevic for the Blues tied it up. So See what's happening here. Back to the action. Under 5 minutes to go in the second. St. Louis is on. You had an open man, St. Louis. You should have passed him the puck. This has been a nick and tight game, folks. All right, safely. Great save by Bennington. Mm-hmm. 4 minutes to go in the second, everybody. Digging up the puck in the corners. There goes Coach Perfetti. What a year he's had. All right. There goes Pavel Bushnevich. What a player he is. After this period, I'm going to go get me a drink of water and relax. So, let me see these. Oh, the Blues had a breakaway, and he couldn't handle the pass. You can't make this up, folks. All right, Blues are in Winnipeg zone. Winnipeg will clear it out. Let's see what's happening here. 2:40 to go in the second period. 1-1 here in Winnipeg. Both teams holding their own. Perfetti. Ooh, nice save by Bennington. It's like Bennington is always making nice saves. You know what I'm saying? All right, the Blues carrying it deep in Winnipeg zone. Nice hit right there. Both goalies have been stellar tonight. That's what you expect. Minute and a half to go in the second. Winnipeg easing it out. Deep in the St. Louis end. All right, Winnipeg working on something. We go. A minute to go in the second. This has been a close, tight hockey game tonight, folks. 40 seconds to go. Second period. Pass out there. 6 seconds to go. End of 2, 1-1. Very tight-knit hockey game tonight from Winnipeg. Doubleheader tomorrow. And again, Moss doesn't listen. Moss is one of these people, folks, that he wants to hear what he wants to hear. I don't. What Trump doing in Canada wrong, yeah, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting these damn foreigners out of here, lowering our food prices back to normal again, helping the homeless and the needy. And one thing about the white man in this country, they don't do that for everybody else. That's why, and you see all these white people, the nerve of these white folks over the weekend protesting. Get off your goddamn ass. Not let you white folks on welfare and food stamps anymore. Get a job like everybody else. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I don't want this shit. This piece of shit jerseys. Let me go back. What else been going to before? Oh man, I lost my foot. I was gonna go to something. Oh, no NBA tonight because they give the night to the young, the college guys. NBA back with a full tilt.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network. Staying close with your college besties, not guaranteed. It's been a long. I wish we played together forever. I'll share my friend. Hey Dante, catch. A connection means something. That's why with AT&T, if there's a network interruption, we'll fix it fast and credit your full day of service. That's the AT&T guarantee.
So, let me come back in a few minutes. I don't know who's playing baseball tonight, but we come back in a few. Florida up, excuse me, Houston up 29-21. Timeout there. John Jansen, Cardinals lost. Damn, all that happened? All even after two? There you go, John. Lots of hits this game. Cardinals have lots of hits so far this season, 10 plus hits each game this season before this one. Cardinals better fix that pitching. That's what St. Louis got to do. I'll be right back, John. Give me 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, Mika Vijayadad is down. I don't know if he got hit with a stick in his face or a puck in his face. That's how it is these days. All right, Camper, put the Rangers away. I'll never bet on the Rangers again, I tell you that. Cardinals offense is not the problem. It's our pitching. That's what I said. Gotta get that pitching going. When the Cardinals are good, baseball is good. Those are the best uniforms in baseball. St. Louis Cardinals. Very clean. The home whites and the visiting grays are beautiful. And the old red batting practice jerseys are spring training jerseys. The Cardinals do everything right. John Mozeliak going to retire after this year for St. Louis. All right, let's get back to St. Louis third period coming up. College basketball. Houston up 31-25, almost the end of the first half. Let's get back to St. Louis, to Winnipeg, everybody. 1-1 entering the third period. And night for me, as I'm having a good time up here tonight. Thanks to Melina pulling up. John Jansen is a full-blooded American. He knows what Joe Biden did to basically run this country into the ground. But John, we're gonna get our country back up and running the way it should be. Somebody's playing a terrible piano somewhere. Look at that beautiful arena Winnipeg plays in. One of the best pro shops in the planet, True North. Winnipeg Jets Pro Shop. Jean-Luc Picard. If you're a Star Trek fan like me, well, I'm more of a Jim Kirk guy. I'm not into uh, Star Trek: The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine. My brother was a real Trekkie. Robbie Thomas in great company, averaging 1.14 assists a game. Good for him. What a player he is, folks. All right, this is it, folks. Third period about to start here in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. Let's hope this time tomorrow I am with you to do the leaves. Panthers, there's a lot of controversy behind that. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Blues bringing it out. The puck is back deep in the Blues zone. Tell you, Blues win this one, folks. It's going to say a lot about Winnipeg. telling you that right now. Even the Jets media fans are saying the same thing. They lose this one, Winnipeg. We'll see them Thursday night down in the Triple A. Hagel scored his 35th tonight. Gord got his 7th. All right, Winnipeg controlling the puck now. Just under 18 minutes left in the game. Stolen by the Blues. Good save by Bennington as the puck goes into the stands. Tomorrow, I'll be honest, at 7 tomorrow night, do the Leaves and the Panthers tomorrow. Right, the referees are getting on the Blues. Montgomery screaming at the ref. I don't know, something happened. And I'll say it again, that jersey that they're wearing behind the glass, I have one of those. Winning again, getting set up like one on the power play when it's 5-on-5. That's true. John Jensen said that. He's right. Blues dumping it. Bennington playing the boards. Tell you, Bennington's a hell of a goal. And I'm glad he shut people out. St. Louis on the weave. Good block by Helleybuck. Just under 17 to go. And like I expected, these two teams are playing like it's a heavyweight fight. My boy is up here to join his boy. Like Canadian, 305 is there. What's up, family?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Good. Get your nap after work when you got home.
Yeah.
I told everybody you was napping. 305.
Yep, I'm trying to, yep, I got my nap in, and I'm trying to roll something in the chat, but I think somebody timed me out again.
I don't know who timed you out because old boy wasn't here tonight. And I know John didn't do it. John and me are focused on this hockey game. And, you know, Moss left angry. I don't know how to time you out, so you know it wasn't me, bro. You know, I'll never time you out.
I said, what's going on?
That's probably why I didn't see you the other night. Remember you told me you was in there Saturday night and I didn't see you?
Yeah.
That was probably it. Someone timed you out. It wasn't me. Now I know. So you know what I'm gonna do for you from now on?
What's that?
When you're ready to come up, you text me. I'm gonna leave my phone on just to hear your text. When I hear the beep beep, I know it's you. And I'll make sure I put you in here. Because I was like, Mr. Mandy said he was in here. I didn't see him. I looked at the names in the chat side and like, your name wasn't there. So someone's messing with you, bro. It ain't me. We get the feeling we know who it is, though.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna mention no names, so we get the feeling we know who it is. I don't know. I don't get it, man. I mean, important power play here. Okay, then John. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, they blew the power play, John. I'm sorry about that, brother. 14 and a half to go. How was your day, man?
Today was pretty good today. God is good.
Mm-hmm.
Stand humble, stand blessed.
Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. That's the way I feel, man. That's the way I feel every day, man.
And
God is.
I'm chasing this paper, and I'm stay away from the chaos agents.
There you go. Winnipeg, I mean, St. Louis dumps it into their zone. Winnipeg is trying to make a rush. Nice pass there. Nice save again by Bennington. Yeah, man. Yeah. I was thinking of you, bro.
Yep. Soon I got off last night, I was straight to bed.
So did I, bro. Next time I woke up, it was 3:25 in the morning.
Next time I woke up was at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I called off my TV, stood up a little bit, fell asleep, stood up. Then I went to the doctor this morning, take my test. I gotta be taking my test tomorrow. They're worried about my hemoglobin.
Who?
Hemoglobin's your blood.
Your blood?
Yeah, your blood cells, yeah. So they're gonna retest me tomorrow. This time is at a reasonable time, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's why I like doctor appointment at 10 o'clock.
Nah, I like at 7 in the morning, man. This morning I got back, it was 20 minutes to 9. I loved it. Went straight to bed, man. Woke up like around 3:30
Dang.
in the afternoon. Yeah, man, I was tired, man. I was out of it. So I got my sleep. Mm-hmm. Let's just hope that my hemoglobin is much higher tomorrow.
Yep. I'm about to I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stop drinking pop. Stop
I've
drinking
been
pop altogether.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop drinking that poison. All right. Winnipeg is controlling the puck.
So I'm fresh and sober.
Yeah, man, you and I tested tell me drink water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I drink. It's weird though, eating good food, drinking water now.
Yeah.
I don't drink booze, I don't drink wine. So I have no choice but to drink water.
No wine. Ugh.
I don't mind doing it because it saves my life. It prolongs my life. 13 and a half to go in Winnipeg.
The home of Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Nashville Predators. Acknowledge me.
Canadians 5 in a row, folks. It's just about over. They're gonna clinch the last playoff spot. And I'm gonna tell my man Deeks. He's the guy who does the Montreal report. I'm gonna tell him it's because of my boy 305. Because since you joined them, there's been a whole different team, bro.
We rolling.
You like being in Montreal, don't you? You like supporting the.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel good for you that you support a marquee franchise?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. All right, Winnipeg just scored, folks, 2-1. Bayfield just scored. The place is going nuts in Winnipeg. So 2-1
And right
Jets.
here in Montreal with the mountain.
Yeah, man. So Bayfield scores for the Jets. 12:46 to go. What was I going to say to you, man? Um,
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
Now, your boys play tonight.
Oh yeah, later tonight. Yeah, yeah. It's over for me, man. You guys got the pick. It's over. They don't know how to lose. John Johnson says, "Oh no." Yeah, he's right. 2-1, but still plenty of time left for St. Louis to tie or win this game. Still plenty of time left. 12 and a half minutes to go. While me and Phil Five will, just kicking it, getting ready for the playoffs for the League Habitants. Mr. Miami will be up here for the playoffs. Washington, Montreal is looking more and more like. And I'll give Montreal a hell of a fighting chance to win that series.
We gotta keep rolling.
I agree with that. All right, the Blues deep in Winnipeg zone. It's the Miami yawning. Perfetti. Nice block by the Blues. Over the glass.
I know. It's like when I take a nap and I get that good night's sleep, and as soon as you get up, you gonna be trying to go back to bed.
It's true, bro. That happens to me. Like on a night I'm not doing this, and I wake up, and like today, I woke up at like I told you, like around 3 o'clock, 3:30, and by 5 o'clock I took another nap. Woke up at 7 and came up here. Well, a pass, but you missed it.
Sorry, coach.
No, no, don't worry about it. We're human beings, right? St. Louis backing it in, and there's I hit it come. Winnipeg is beginning to play some swarming defense. I say about Helleybuck?
Well, it's been 4 months. 4 months. No, nothing on USA. Nothing.
The Blues are peckering Helleybuck. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for you. I really do, man. But that was a money grab for Triple H, though. Nine and a half minutes to go. Winnipeg clears the puck. Yeah, man. Rough day. Feeling better for some strange reason. I don't know what it is. I'm dead serious. Let's hope that my hemoglobin goes up tomorrow. I brought my mom here because my mom is very. My mom got a bad cold, so I told her for her to come over here.
Yep, it's hard getting rid of cold.
Hell yeah. 8.5 to go in Winnipeg. 2-1 Jets. Yeah, man.
I'll be glad the NFL draft hurry up and get here.
2 weeks away, man.
Yep, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that draft.
All right, so I got the right channel for the game tonight. I'll stay up here till about 11. You good with 11 o'clock, bro?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we both can go to bed. Hopefully, I get me a good 7 hours of sleeping. Wake up at 6, take a shower, and get ready to go to the damn hospital again to get the new blood test. Right. For Winnipeg, being 305 this time. So, you want them to take what, a guard in the draft of the 13th pick? You want them to trade down a little bit to get a extra third rounder?
I want them. I just want to get a guard and second round if what's the name from Alabama what's that quarterback name
Kyrou?
uh-huh
You like Kyrou?
he got an arm.
I'm just asking. I'm not like, Remember, if you when you say things like that to me, I listen to you.
To and he got an arm. Somebody the quarterback from Alabama. If he or that safety from Georgia. I do like that safety from Georgia. Some more starts.
Yeah, Miami can either go safety, offensive lineman, or defensive tackle. They can go any of those three. They can also, like I said, trade down a little, get a third rounder back.
Yeah, the third round, they should get a tackle, get rid of Austin Jackson.
I totally agree with you. All right, back to Winnipeg we go. 7.5 to go. Yeah, I'll chill up here to 11. It's after 10 now.
Chilling at the MVP lounge.
You had to be there for that. That's funny, bro. That shit
Funny that day.
funny, bro. That shit was mad funny when you can see it, man. You know me, I'm just standing there as the uncle. I'm not into no WWE stuff.
Boy, that was funny that day.
Yeah.
If I was there, I know I'll be cracking up. I know I can see Mace now. Woo!
It was funny because I'm online waiting to get in, right?
Yeah,
And I was telling everybody about when I met Ronnie Piper 2 years before. Remember, this is 2008. I met Piper in 2006. Everybody was smiling at me when I was telling the story because I'm an older man. These are young people back then. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I asked my nephew, why these people act like they're enjoying my story? I'm telling the truth. He said, that's just it. They're enjoying your story because they can tell you're not lying. And that made me feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it, 305. I took my nephew to the Meadowlands to see Raw live. And I'll never forget it. When the usher, when the usherette told us where we were sitting, my nephew was like fucking Wile E. Coyote, bro. He fled from me. And when he saw the seats we were sitting at, 3 rows from the ring, bro, where the wrestlers come down the aisle. 3 rows.
Dang.
My nephew stood up the whole night. And it was cool because Randy Orton was tired. He was fighting Triple H that night. And it was the last match on Raw that night. And Randy Orton was breathing hard. And my nephew was patting him. And I asked my nephew, what did you say to him? And he said to Randy Orton, you're my favorite wrestler. My name is Randy too. And Randy told him, that's good, kid.
Damn.
What was cool about it for my nephew, all of his school friends saw it. And he was a hero at school the next day. All of his school friends saw that.
Dang.
Now, that's what you call pretty cool. You know me, man. I don't sleep.
Dang. That's messed. Yeah.
Remember when uh what's up, boy? Uh, he's the guy who used to wear the cowboy hat.
Is it Randy Orton? Bob Cowboy Bob Orton?
No. He used to be on the investment shows on MSNBC and Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what happened. Remember the skit when JBL made Shawn Michaels his flunky?
Yeah.
So there was a Shawn Michaels female fan, and she was crying. No, seriously. Don't worry, John. I said 4 minutes to go. Still 2-1 Winnipeg. This grown ass woman was crying because she believed Shawn Michaels was.
Shouting out.
And I said, Miss, I had to play along with it to make her feel even more stupid. I go, Miss, you gotta understand something. Sean gotta feed his family, gotta feed his kids. No one told him to squander his money. JBL is a good man. He's paying them nicely so he could put his little kids through school. Do you understand that, Miss? Everybody around us was dying.
Dang.
Everybody was cracking. Like all the parents were cracking up, man. It's like I tried to tell you. I don't know how it is now, but back then in the kiddie era, if you got great seats, like I did for my nephew, you're nothing. You're around nothing but parents, bro. And you got to play the role of the uncle. You really have to play that role. You can't be a prick and go, oh, I can't stand this, blah blah blah. I didn't do that. Instead, I played the good Uncle Raw. I kept my mouth shut. I was glad he was happy. It was like when I went to that stupid Nayo concert. That's his name, right?
About is Neo. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
is Neo. Neo.
Neo, yeah. I went to his concert for my nephew because he likes Neo. So I put those earplugs in my ears and was listening to sports talk radio. I had no time for that singing bullshit.
Dang. I'm telling the people the women got married.
What? When I was wearing my headphones,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying no women no attention.
Dang.
Mr. Miami's Canadians, a rematch of 2010 when Montreal upset the Capitals in 7 games.
Yeah, back then, back then back then, I was watching the NFL and pro wrestling and what else? Let me see some else. Pro wrestling, NFL, and NBA.
3.5 to go, folks. Brendan Point tonight, 2 goals, 41 goals for Brandon Point. Good for
I
him.
think NBA born now.
I don't even think about it. Winnipeg trying to get the ice there. Well, Toronto and Florida tomorrow night. Oh yeah, I got bad news, man. Moss, they effed up Moss's laptop, bro.
So his computer gone.
Basically, I hope he gets a new one. That's the advice I gave him earlier tonight. Moss is mad at me now because I clowned Vlad Guerrero Jr. earlier. You didn't hear,
Who?
a baseball player, but more importantly, Moss really believes that I have something against Canada. I don't have nothing against Canada at all. I like Canada. I've been there before a few times in Montreal. I have nothing against Canadians, bro. He has to understand about me. I don't get into the politics, except the politics that are in this country that matters to me and you. How you feel about Trump getting rid of 500,000 Haitians, bro? You live in Haitian land down in Miami. How you feel about that?
I stay out of that. I stay out of that stuff. No. Don't talk politics. Mm-mm.
Okay, St. Louis got an extra attacker out there.
We're gonna leave that alone, see.
All right, St. Louis attacking late. Good save by Helleybuck. Minute
Sure,
44
I
go.
want them to be mad at me because I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah, Moss doesn't get it how much Joe Biden destroyed this country, bro. You agree with that, 305? Honestly, do you think Joe Biden letting all these immigrants and foreigners in here, migrants, do you think that really hurt our country or no?
It's Joe Biden messed up his. It was messed up when Reagan was in office.
Yeah. He don't think Obama. He doesn't realize how much Obama is hated in this country, bro. Don't get it.
It really was messed up when what's the name was in office. To my Eisenhower.
Man, we weren't alive, bro. Cut that out.
40s in the 40s. When he exists.
They're getting back to that. Trump wants to get back to that craziness now.
Oh Lord.
Why do you think he's doing the things he's doing? I didn't even know he cut out food stamps.
What?
Yeah, he did. All these white people on YouTube complaining. TikTok, they're complaining, bro. I didn't know he did that.
Dang.
All right, St. Louis got the extra attacker. Minute and a half to go. St. Louis, first, the 12-game winning streak on the line. Yeah, man. And I'm like, yo, get off your ass and get a job. Just like everybody else. Be icing on Winnipeg with 53 seconds to go. Hell of a game, folks. Both teams hard hitting, punch you in the face. But back to like I was saying, yeah, I like the fact that we're staying out of it. Black people staying out of this, man. I mean, they voted them in, didn't they? Didn't they vote them in? 305.
Yeah.
Didn't they vote? Well, you get what you asked for.
That poison. So everybody get your passports. Go to Cuba.
You missed the empty net. Here we go. St. Louis, one last run at it.
Go to Nevada, Cuba.
Yeah. Saved by Helleybuck, 26 seconds to go. Yeah, man.
Or go to Beirut. Nah, you go there, you do through.
What's that Sugar Crisp song again?
Golden bears of sugar crisp. To do the deep voice.
Mm-hmm. Drinking me a bottle of water right now as we're talking. Yeah, man. Me just chilling up here tonight. Hope I'm here tomorrow night, cause if I'm not here tomorrow, you know why? They put me back in the hospital because of my blood. I'll let you know.
All right. Get well soon, Coach.
Thank you, man. Because I feel good. I don't know why this is happening to me. I've been drinking plenty of water, nothing else, no sweets in my system.
No
I got,
sweet.
yeah. Maybe my damn blood is too low because I don't be eating sweets.
That's why I laid off some sweets.
It can get you, bro. Yes, it can.
Laid off some sweets.
Mm-hmm. 10 seconds.
And stay away from like what it is? Stay away from candy bars.
Definitely. I haven't had a candy bar in a minute, bro. All right, Winnipeg's gonna win, folks, 3-1. Adam Lowry with the empty netter. They're giving the Jets a standing ovation. The Jets 12 game. I mean, excuse me. The Blues 12 games winning streak is over. Me and 305 here to 11 o'clock Eastern. Then we both got assignments tomorrow. 305 does deal with those idiots who are checking in and out of the hotel, right?
Yep,
Me and,
no, them too.
me and Molina was talking about that earlier. About when you work at a hotel, her father works at a hotel.
Player of the game goes to none other than Alex Iafallo. The second game winning goal.
Yep, put
Huh.
some westerns on right now. Thank you, Triple H.
They got a game against Minnesota as well, so they're going to have to win that one. They got 2 against the Sharks.
They need to put it back on USA.
The 2 games in hand, obviously, on Minnesota, so they're knocking at the door. These are must-win games, obviously, for Calgary. So Sharks going to expect a tough one tonight. But I want to ask you, because you felt this as an opponent and with the team, what is Calgary like?
WrestleMania's next week.
I'll tell you what, it's already buzzing in Calgary, right? The pre-playoff buzz, the red mile, the sea of red. It's absolutely amazing when you're playing there. And when we played there in 2005, the conference finals, this is how nuts the fans are. They actually had a parade around our hotel until about 4 a.m. with horns honking and sirens wailing, so we couldn't sleep.
Well, listen to his former Shark player is describing. A guy asked him, "How is it in a playoff game in Calgary?" I could tell you the truth. I ain't gonna lie. And you're gonna find this out in 12 days, Mr. Miami. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing. It's like playoff in Montreal.
Team Canada, beer, money.
I'll show you live up here. I'll take a strike for you. Live up here, the introduction of the Canadians, Game 3, and they play the Capitals. Oh yeah. John says Jets were better than us tonight. I knew whoever got the third goal to break the tie would win. John, You have nothing to be. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Your boys are peaking at the right time. This is the first of the Blues 3-game road trip. They go to Edmonton, and then they get 3 days off and go to Seattle Saturday. Then they're home Monday. I forgot who the team is, but the team sucks. And they'll get a week off, the Blues, before their first playoff game. So the Blues are playing great. They have played valiantly the last couple of months, 2 months in a row of playing great hockey. That's not easy to do. You should be proud of your team, John. Jets are a good team. They seem to always beat us. Play Utah. Yeah, play Utah at home. That's it. Yep. I was looking at the Blues schedule for the game. Yeah, man. Be proud of your team, man.
Facts.
I'm the complete opposite. I have nothing to be proud of with the Flames. They blew it this year. Should have been losing.
Dang.
Now, Mr. Miami, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay.
Right here.
You like the Astros, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's say Jordan Alvarez, that's your big slugger, is up for a new contract, right? And as an Astro fan, you're saying, damn, we gotta pay this guy $50 million a year. Ah, man. But you end up only giving him a $7 million raise for the next 14 years. Wouldn't you call that player and his agent a dumbass? Where he should be getting 50, 55 million. Instead, he's only going to get 35. Wouldn't you call him a dumbass, real fun?
Yeah.
Well, I said that to Melina and Moss tonight, and Moss is giving me this bullshit that he kept he did it for the home team. I said, no, bro. I know how Dominicans work. Okay? Remember Albies a few years back? This guy was killing it 305. He signs a 7-year, $5 million a year contract.
Dang.
How stupid can you be, bro?
Jason Sanders.
There you go. Oh, shut up about that. I remember that day I told that to Manzano. And I said, yeah, John, and he gets a $10 million signing bonus. You should have heard Manzano. Manzano was completely bonkers. And then Itest comes up yelling and screaming about his boy, Xavier Howard. He said, well, he better do something with Howard. I said, trust me, Howard's representative is on the phone right now.
Dang.
That,
That month won't last too long.
that shit was funny. It really was, man. That shit was funny that day. When I read the report,
Xavier Howard, he's released.
not in the NFL no more.
Nah, he done.
Mm-hmm. So, my night's done. 305's night's on just about done. He's up here chilling. I want to thank John Jansen, Moss, Molina, People in the crowd. I love you.
The Johnny Carson Show with Doc Stevens. when Johnny Carson be on. Here come the curtains in the credits. Produced by Coach Mays. Coach.
Oh man, you funny, bro. Oh man.
Coach Bass got Coach Bass on the music. Coach Mace with Coach Mace with the camera. Camera 1, camera 2. The Coach Mace band. Oh shoot. I'm in tears.
Oh man.
Coach Mace Productions. So you take us out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Coach Mace Show, starring Coach Mace. And shout out to the band, the one who did the music, the Coach Mace Band. Got Ed McMahon, and we also got Eric what's that dude name? Is it Ed McMahon?
Yeah, Ed McMahon.
Mr. Miami. Take us out, Coach.
That Greg Millen, an analyst for the Flames, a broadcaster, passed away.
Shout out to everybody came through tonight.
The broadcasters, you see guys on the road, and I know you two gentlemen knew him. Yes, we wanted to know that he was a colleague and a friend, passed away here today. It's stunningly at just the age of 67. And through his last year as a goalie in the NHL with Detroit was the Sharks' first year, 91-92. So
I announced it earlier. The hockey world lost Greg Millen tonight. Greg Millen as a pretty good goalie, a terrific analyst. Always mostly did the Ottawa Senator games back in the day as a color commentator, and we lost a good man. So the hockey world tonight, we lost Greg Millen, and it's tough, man. Everybody falling off around you. Moss is excited about his Padres up 3-0. Both teams doing better than John's Cardinals.
What's up, brother Moss? The 305 and 306.
Moss said the Shiat whole Strohs 0-0. Yeah.
Two-time world champion in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 22. We won a World Series. I was on the crowd when we beat that team from what's that team? We beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, he was up here that night. Drew Remender, who was still going, looking good. Drew
When
Leland,
Dr. Beck got his ring.
he's from Moss's neck of the woods. They're celebrating Greg Miller. And Moss is right. He did a lot of his CBC games in the West. But when he wasn't doing CBC, he was in Ottawa. The Houston Fraudsters.
Dang. See,
Moss,
Boston cheated too.
Moss hates the Astros like Dodger fans hate the Astros.
Shoot, I can't stand them. I can't stand the Dodgers.
We were all up here that night when they played in LA. You fought the goddamn World Series.
Shoot, we beat the Dodgers in the World Series.
All right,
Boston
Wolf.
cheated too. See,
Wolf is back.
that coach for the that coach for Boston, he got fired too.
Wolf is back home in Northern California. Grew up in Gilroy. One of the
I
most.
know I'm about to hear this for the rest of my life. About the Astros cheated.
So Dustin Wolf playing in front of his family tonight in the Silicon Valley area. Houston 48, Florida 42. I can't stand Yankee, Red Sox, Rays, Dodgers, and Astros.
Damn. I can't stand them. I can't stand them Indians. Can't stand them young Yankees. So I can't stand the Mets. And I can't stand the Dodgers.
I don't like the entire American League East except the Blue Jays. I can't stand the Yankees, the Orioles.
I can't stand the Royals. I can't stand them either. I hate the White Sox.
I know you do.
White Sox. The Cubs.
Naturally, believe it or not, when they're good, I root for St. Louis when they're good.
I can't stand them. Another team I cannot stand in Florida, Tampa Bay Rays.
Like in each division, I like the Angels, of course. I love the Angels. I love the Indians in that division, and the Blue Jays in the American League East. All right, they get ready to start out here in San Jose, the Shark Tank.
I do like the Dodgers colors,
I do too. Classic.
but I can't do it.
John Johnson saying, "Go Rays." I like St. Louis. I agree. Like I talk about the Canadians in baseball, I talk that way about the St. Louis Cardinals.
In hockey, I can't stand the crackling. I can't stand the Rangers.
And hate the crack. I know why you.
Let me see. One team. One team was cool. One team was cool, and hockey is the Maple Leafs. They cool. Winnipeg. They okay. The other team from Canada. What's the other team? The Jets.
Winnipeg. I just did the game against the Blues. Winnipeg. So we lost a good one tonight, Moss and John losing Greg Miller like that.
I do like the Kings jersey. I do like I like the jersey.
I'm looking dead at it. I bought two of them. The other one they're making up right now. I got the white one. Hey, if you treat me good and I'm spending $226 and you treating me well, I will always respect you. So, Tatis Jr. single. He's watching the baseball game. Helleybuck, hell of a goalie. John Jansen saying go Cardinals. Gators down 3 now. That game is getting late in college basketball.
Seahawks.
See, oh, yeah, you like that chant.
Seahawks. And the
I like the
Kingdom.
Sharks greeting
They
their fans as they're coming down the runway, and here they coming through the mouth of the shark at the Shark Tank.
got to beat them the 83 Seahawks.
Speaking of the Kraken, they're in LA tonight to play the Kings.
The Crackling. LA Kings beat the Crackling for me. Put the Crackling back in the bottle.
They love that team in Seattle, but we wonder about the new owner. And like I told Moss last week, she wants to prove to the big boys that she got money too. There goes beautiful Santa Monica, California. Oh, that's Anaheim. So
Nashville Predators acknowledge me. Philadelphia Flyers acknowledge me. Detroit Red Wings, you're next. Tomorrow night
that's going to be a rocking crowd up in Montreal.
at the Bell Center.
Yep. Machado doubled. Tatis scores. 4-zip. Padres got it all. Now someone beat them. Dodgers, Giants, and Diamondbacks. Oh, he said, damn it. Marlins lose to the Mets 2-zip. Mets night be damn good, I said. Oh, I know the Mets are good. I'm picking them to win the division. And I can't stand those bastards.
I hope not.
All right, the Anaheim game started.
Tired of the Mets. Like that with the
Yankees
Yankees.
are, well, anybody knows me know I don't like the Yankees. Kings game's about to start. I don't like no New York teams. Yeah, he agrees with me. Moss Mets win that division. All right, face off in Hollywood. Kings wearing those beautiful black jerseys. Kings and Kraken just getting started. Flames in San Jose just getting started.
I the band was on. We was on. We was on. The band was on doing the music. Everybody the production team you can put the credits on you can put the credits on back play it in about 10 minutes or about 15 more minutes. You can play the music and get put the credits down, put the curtains back up. The Coach Mace Productions.
All right, Florida's tied it.
At Coach Mace Studios.
48 all. Sharks feed is Drew Amenda, Toontown. Talking about the Sharks. Flames keep holding to their dream. Sharks feed. It's Drew Amenda in Toontown. I never saw Toontown. You watched that cartoon, Phil?
Yeah. I think we got Marky. I think we got Maple Leafs this weekend.
I'm doing the game Saturday night, part of the doubleheader. Wait till you see the thumbnail. You want to see the thumbnail? Let me show it to you. You're gonna laugh. Hold on, let me get it for you. This is for Saturday night, folks. I'll be on 4 o'clock Avalanche at Kings. I think this is it. Yeah, this one is it. I got it. This is for Saturday night, folks. I did it just for the fans of both teams. Here you go.
Yep, I see it.
Now I see why I can't stand your ass.
Dang, that's brutal.
Grabkowski's having a nice year again, back-to-back years. But William Nylander has turned his back on him, said you're a scrub. I don't acknowledge you. And
Damn,
and Slavkowski comes back. Now I see why I can't stand your ass.
damn, that
Hey
is
man,
brutal.
when I make a thumbnails, I gotta be creative.
I can't wait to. I wish I could do a banner on.
Don't worry, I'm gonna
Welcome,
do yours. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Don't worry.
welcome to the Miami Dolphin Penitentiary lockdown.
51-51. Yep,
Gotta
Flames
be
over
special.
Sharks.
Like Matthew Stafford, he's still in our penitentiary. In hot Texas.
There you go.
And Matthew Stafford's in our penitentiary too.
SAP Center, San Jose, more known as the Shark Tank. Yeah, put that up for Saturday night. That's another Sasky boy. That's what Morse calls the Saskatoon guy. Ryan Husker is from Saskatoon. Husker. Be out of here in this 3 or 4 minutes, right? 3 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm going straight. I'll keep this game on my screen, but I'm gonna mostly have my eyes closed.
So
Everything is finished. Yeah, go ahead.
I just go about to tell coach Mace I just go about to tell the coach Mace band go hit the music.
Houston up 1, Houston up 3. With 5 minutes to go. So Houston up 3, 5 minutes left. Remember, Houston's never won a national championship. They've come close, but no cigar. Kelvin Sampson is way overdue to win a national championship.
I thought he got a champion. I thought he got a national title.
Not number one.
Dang.
I'm like, Florida makes the first free throw. Remember, Florida in the 2000s went back to back.
It sure did. I remember that.
Since then, the Yukon Huskies have done it. But the great Jonathan Klingon,
He
who's
was
now the
coaching when I
starting,
was in school.
yeah, who is the starting center of my Portland Trailblazers now. Got his jersey hanging up across the room.
Got more jerseys than Foot Locker.
Nah, not even close. Nah. Nah. Melina said it best. She was up here earlier tonight. She said, one thing about you, Mace, that I respect. All right, what a putback dunk by the Cougars. 4 minutes to go, folks. This is for the national championship. This is a national championship, I will tell you right now, will be very low in the ratings because America's sweetheart, Duke, self-destructed Saturday night. I did not see it. When I find that video, I will laugh at it.
They folded like dominoes. I can't stand Duke nigga.
All right, Houston got the rebound. They could take a 5-point lead with 3:45 to go. Houston lost 2 finals, didn't they? I think they lost 3 finals. I know they lost 2 in the 80s. I know they lost, I think, 1 or 2 in the 60s, I think, when Guy Lewis was coaching. If you don't know who Guy Lewis is, remember Grandpa from the Munsters, Al Lewis?
Yeah.
That's his brother. All right, the referees give Florida a break as they said they traveled and the guy was going
Figured,
up to dunk.
I
How much
figured
time?
that.
Jim Nance, no longer doing the championship games in college basketball, is now the Iron Eagle.
Dang.
Calgary and San Jose no score. I give San Jose credit. They're playing hard tonight. Manny Coronado. All right, back to the college game. Too many damn commercials. Let me take a look at one shining moment. Yeah, it's not like the shining moment song from 35 years ago in Vegas and Duke one of those days, Arkansas. Dustin Wolf's first start at his home city. Grew up loving Barkov, but then he changed to Jonathan Chick. Jonathan Quick today named Ranger of the Year, getting the Roger Bell Award tonight. And Dustin Wolf wears Jonathan Quick's number. Kings up 1-0 already. One of those beautiful black jerseys. So let's get back to the game, folks. All right, Florida hit a three, so it's a tie game with less than 3 minutes to go. Good defense by Florida. Layup. What a tipping by the little point guard. 2.5 to go. Houston up 62-60. I'll keep it here.
He can say God. He can say good.
What a block, but they call a foul. What a block, but they called a foul. After this, good night, folks. After this college basketball game. Ramos in the chat. first, 84% free throw shooter. John Jansen tipping his cap tonight to the Winnipeg Jets. Makes both. 2 minutes to go, basically, in the championship game. Can Houston finally win their first national title? After all the failures, all the disappointments, Phi Slammer Jammer couldn't get it done. Florida, can they continue the legacy of once tremendous basketball coach Billy Donovan? Billy the Kid, again, he's from Long Island, Rockville Center, same town as Rick Pitino.
Dang, you still coaching?
Yeah, St. John's. Donovan's the Bulls. All right, Houston made the first. 2 minutes to go. As the Cougars have never gotten it done, folks. Can they do it tonight? We heard that fight song that they do. Misses the second. Florida. 2 minutes to go in the game. Here we go. For free. Misses. Shot it too hard. Rebound Houston. I guess there's no more 40-second clock in college anymore. Thank God. 1:40 and ticking. Good defense by the Gators. They always was a good defensive team. Houston blocked. He was blocked. Someone from Florida should have ran and got that ball. That's called laziness. Yes, right there he was blocked. Good camera angles. Can't have Bargoff Gators win. Let's go Houston. King of Kings. Houston with the rebound. Florida got the ball. Wow. Wow. Kelvin Sampson looks old now. Wow. Let's see what he's upset about. Oh, they're going to have to take a look at this. They're going to have to take a look at this. Shout out to Vamos. Tomorrow, Florida and Toronto, I'm going to send Moss a clip. I'll get the exact time when Elliot Freeman said what he said. And I'll talk about that tomorrow night. Hopefully Moss pulls up and me and Moss will discuss it. I do not like what it went off the Houston player, folks. I just saw it just now. Dustin Wolf was a junior shark. Yes, he was. And a junior king.
She do the NFL too. Nah, she do it on college football.
This program has some dark years, like a generation of not doing anything. And since Kelvin Sampson's gotten there, he has reinvented the program. All right, it's going to be Florida's ball with 1:21 to go. We're waiting for the referees to give the damn ball in. All right, Florida. He misses the layup. That was blocked. Houston, a minute away from winning their first national championship. Remember, this game is in San Antonio, folks.
Yeah, home.
Fans are rooting for.
They at home too?
Stolen. That was a horrible, horrible, just horrible possession. Foul on Houston. This is why we talk about Houston, folks. They just do some dumb shit. They always do in the biggest game. Why is that guy dribbling like that underneath the basket? What is he thinking?
50, 53 seconds left.
Let's see what happens here. Makes the first tie game.
Like John Elway, he got spanked in 3 Super Bowls.
Makes both. Florida ahead with 46 seconds to go, folks.
I was happy for John Elway when he won his first Super Bowl.
As they're doing the Gator chomp in Florida. Moss said good defense. Yeah. Normally, I have no rooting interest. I just do the game, folks.
Hang in the college basketball.
All right, Kings still up 1-0. All right, Kings of the power play still got a minute 18 in it. Let's get back to Houston, everybody. Kelvin Sampson to win his first national championship. Here we go. $30, 35 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Good defense by the Gators. And the ball went off his leg. What else is new? What else is new? So it looks like, let's see who gets the ball right here. Let's see who gets the ball.
Broncos,
Ooh, it
Broncos part 2.
looked like it went off the knee of the Florida center. I think they're gonna take a look at this. Yeah, they're gonna take a look at it. Again, this is what happens. This is what happens when your program has always found ways to lose. It clearly went off its knee. So Florida is going to start shooting free throws. No more game clock. It's over. I mean, no more shot clock. It's over. And it looks like the Florida Gators will steal one.
I got this shit stuff tomorrow morning. Home run, Houston.
Astros hits a home run in Seattle.
Seahawks.
So the Florida Gators, who was down by 12 points in this game, may steal a national championship away from Houston and Duke. All right. Where are the Houston players? That ball was thrown away and they just let it roll it. This is why the history of the Houston Cougars is a choking program with no guts and no glory. I mean, that ball was, I don't know. All right. Houston's going to need a three to tie it. He misses the first. All right, see what this young man does. This is the biggest free throws of his life, his young life. He missed the first one. Denzel Aberdeen. Let's see if he can make the second. He does. All right. I hate these timeouts in basketball. I really do. Just play the damn game, bro. All right. Doing some, I guess, credit card commercial. If I'm Houston here, I'm going for the 3-pointer to win it, bro. So we'll find out who's going to win right now. Padres up 4-2 in Sacramento. Haven't seen Jim Carrey in a long time.
Oh, Living Color?
Yeah.
He was in Ace Ventura?
Yes, liar, liar.
Yeah. He
I
was
told
funny. He was funny in Ace Ventura. That's my movie right there. I got that on DVD.
Jennifer Lilly, who was playing this girl in that movie, that is one of the finest women I ever laid my eyes
Ray Finkle.
on. All right, here we go. I can see Houston winning on a last second three. Yeah, they're gonna have no choice because the stigma of this program for over 60 years of never getting it done. All right, let's see it. 12, 11, 10, 9. Great defense by Florida. What a way to lose the national championship, folks. And the Florida Gators. And look at Kelvin Sampson. You talk about choke jobs, folks. That is typical Houston Cougars. They're showing Gainesville right now. For the Houston Cougars. Iron Eagle just said it. Heartbreak again for the Houston Cougars. Florida steals the national championship. And this young coach adds to the great Billy Donovan's legacy. And Florida wins their third national championship. First one in 18 years.
They won it in football, too.
Yep. When they were winning, Tim Tebow was winning. Let's just put it that way.
Something like that.
Yes. As the Houston Cougars, with the tradition of choking, They choked again, and what a pathetic way to lose. You know, there are teams, folks, that just don't know, that pick morons for players. The Houston Cougars always done that. Well, that's it for me, folks. Moss is gonna watch ugly basketball. You're not lying, Moss. This is the way Florida likes to play. And the Houston Cougars blew a 12-point lead, and they are done again. Good night to Moss. Gilbert pitching well for Seattle. So that's it for me. Moss, John Jansen, Ramos, Molina, and my man right here, 305. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going to send more clip later tonight of what exactly the scandal was going on in the NHL right now with the Florida with uh with the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'll let Moss hear it. We'll break it down tomorrow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to Coach Mace Show, starring Coach Mace. And shout out to the everybody in the chat, and also shout out to the people the people at the studio audience, and shout out to the cameraman, and shout out to the left cameraman. Shout out to the coach Mace on the bass band and Eric man.
Yes, it was. You're right, Moss. It was ugly basketball. The whole team is hugging each other. They deserve it. It's going to be a very beautiful flight back to Jacksonville. Then they'll bus it to Gainesville.
Or Gainesville.
Yeah. So Gainesville, Florida, back on top again as they're doing the Florida Chomp.
Let's party.
The Houston Cougars choke again, folks. It's been the history of that program, always choking in the big games. So, John Jensen, Morse, Molina, Ramos, 305. We'll see you tomorrow night, and we'll talk about the controversy. What's happening in the NHL right now is a bombshell that Elliot Friedman broke today. That the two Florida teams are in cahoots working together. We'll talk about it tomorrow night.
Dang.
Good night from the Oasis, everybody. Sleep well. And again, the Gators steal a national championship from the ineptitude of the history of the Houston Cougars, which is pathetic. It's in the Cougars' DNA, man. I don't get it. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Good night, John. Good night, Moss. Good night, Ramos. Good night, Molina. And of course, this great man right here. Good night from the Oasis.
All right, Coach. I'll give it to you tomorrow.